All right. Heavenly Father, I just thank you so much for today and just for another day to be alive and to serve you and to be connected with these amazing people. I thank you for just being so faithful this month as we have worked our businesses and just continued to give us the perseverance that we need. I just thank you for the ways that you're blessing our businesses. I thank you for the people that you're bringing onto our paths that we can just connect with and serve. I pray that as we keep building this business, that you would just give us wisdom and confidence to be able to really just share our hearts and to be authentic and to just always do it with the right intentions as we end July here too. I just pray that you would help us to close out things that we have on our list, help us to focus, help us to not procrastinate things that we know that we need to do, and help us just to work hard with all of our hearts. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, so crazy that it is, end of July here, but what a month it has been. I don't know about you, but I'm very thankful for that free shipping event because I felt like that really just kind of like they always say the J months are like at Shackley are a little trickier, and it really probably in general. And so I feel like I'm very grateful that we had, just that little extra boost to kind of re-engage for customers. And I think for me, like the biggest thing that I just appreciated about that, it was a way that we could reach out and add value and just like touch base. But I love that I mean, it wasn't really a sale. Like it's not like we were really discounting ourselves. We weren't really saying, oh, this is on sale. It was more just like a reason to follow up and people get excited enough about free shipping that it was really well received. I think especially for people that have been consistently working, I like to remind people that this business always has a leg. And so sometimes we're really consistent and it's kind of like, when is this going to pay off? And then all of a sudden, an event like that, you're like, okay, my consistency, is paying off. But sometimes it's hard to be in that gap of I'm being so consistent. Where are my results? And then kind of having to wait for the results to happen. You can kind of, what I see sometimes is people sort of get in their heads is they're like, okay, I'm being consistent. I'm trying really hard and then it doesn't happen fast enough for them, so they almost like stop working as hard, which is, just self-sabotage because at that point then like it's not going to work out. I want to shout out Lindsay. I see you on the call today because Lindsay is a perfect example of this. I don't know if you guys saw how much she was doing throughout I mean, really this whole month, but she's been so consistent over the last several months and she's brand new. She's never done network marketing before. Like has no experience at all. And she has been so consistent, was, doing all the things. And then, I would say like there were times where we would talk and she kind of like I could tell like she was like, how do I kind of get this going, a little faster? How do I get more people purchasing? And she just hung in there. And then she started to do like some more reach outs, like more individual reach outs. She also started a free group with some people locally for her. And I mean, she is like, it's crazy. She's now sold over $2,000 in sales. And, director is going to happen like very, very soon. So just like a great example of how consistency can really pay off and especially fighting through those things in your brain that sometimes are like holding you back a little bit, but just continuing to stick with it. Lindsay, I don't know if you're driving right now or if you could talk, but if you could, I would love for you to share just maybe any encouragement. Um, anything that you have learned or that you would share, that you've experienced recently.
Okay, sorry, unmute myself. Just picking my daughter up from volleyball that I can share real fast. Um, um, I think I think for me, what actually worked, and when we had our big like group training a couple weeks ago, and I can't remember the name, so forgive me, but someone was just like, "It's they came to your front door, so you have permission to reach out." And literally, every single new person that bought this month was me personally reaching out.
Hmm.
Um, and one of the girls from my little free group that I did, I just like, I don't know if you're even on social media, but this is what I'm doing. Here's my link. And literally 10 minutes later, she bought the full cleaning package.
Wow.
And I would have never done that 3 weeks ago. Um, so that was huge. I've got a couple people in my circles that are huge into fitness. And so I'm like, if I can get them to want the supplements and that type of thing, I think they could be a good long time customer. And so I just, like, the one girl viewed my story and I'm like, hey, have you tried our new pre workout? Because that's something that's brand new to me and I'm loving it. And so is my husband. And she's like, I would love to try it. I'm always open to new things. And tell me about your vitamins. And she became Neology and bought Energize for her, and her daughters are big volleyball players. So she wanted that for tournament days. So um, you can tell me, who was the person who said the open door? Who was that?
Yeah, Brittany, I think. Wasn't she the one that?
Brittany. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is good advice, and it's 150% out of my comfort zone. Um, but it does work. So yay.
Oh, that's so good. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome.
Yeah. And thank you for your encouragement.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what a great reminder of like sometimes those things that, we just like put off doing or it seems too scary or whatever, like we just rip the band-aid off and do them. And it's awesome. So, okay, I love that. And just a reminder too, we're gonna do another, I don't know if we've even announced this yet, but it's in talks that we're gonna do another one of those business basics for August. Just like so what she was talking about, if any of you weren't on that call, there's a recording. I highly recommend listening to that and just like having it on while you work. You don't have to like, it's an hour and a half long, so you have to like listen to the whole thing and just sit there. But just to have it on in the background, I think you'll get some good nuggets. We're gonna do another one in August. So anyone that just wants, because I think the biggest question we get after people launch is like, what do I do every day? Like, what should I be doing every day when I sit down to work? And so that was really great. We heard from several people on the team. Cassie shared, we had Katie, like everyone was sharing just kind of like what works well for them. And it was just really helpful, I think, for to learn just like the nitty-gritty stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like you still have to do the work, like you still have to decide to do it. And I think that's what sets people apart is the ones that just decide to go for it. Yeah, that was really, really encouraging. I'll have to tell Brittany about that shout out from Lindsay. Okay, so to end July here, we've got what, 2.5 days.
Okay.
Um, I know that we have this kind of, we're just kind of starting to dabble with the Modere products. And so I wanted to share, Colleen's like dabble. I wanted to like talk a little bit more about that because I know that like from what kind of I'll share is like there's sort of like people that are all in excited about it, and then there's those of us that are like a little bit more like, what is this all about? Like I'm a little more skeptical, like does this stuff actually work? And I have to tell you that and I've shared this already with some, but yeah, I feel like I'm cheating on Shackley. I'm like, is this okay to do? Like, this is like not like this. It just feels, just because I've never like known a lot about it. And I'm typically a pretty hard sell. Like it takes me like hearing from other people like that. So Colleen and Lauren. You guys are the reason I bought it because without you sharing, I probably would have been like, I don't know. But like the thing is, there's something about these products because people keep talking about them. And then last night, randomly, I got one of my old body customers sent me a message and she's like, hey, do you sell Modere? Because I am on my last bottle of Trim and Smooth and I need to buy more of it. She lost all her baby weight with it. She just had another baby. She's going to do it all again. And so I'm like so excited. And I think for us to truly have like the way that in my head I'm like kind of I'm trying to make sense. I guess what I'm trying to do is make sense of how does this fit in our catalog, right? Like because we have so much to offer. So I think for some people it's sort of like, well, gosh, I'm already buying the vitamins, I'm already buying the protein, like I'm already doing all this. Like now I'm gonna add this to my budget too, like every month of what I'm buying. So I think people are trying to figure out like um what does this look like to incorporate? And so as I've been talking to other people like in our upline too, what they have told me, Christy told me, and then Katie Odom also, who's in our upline, said that, Shackley has never truly had products like for weight loss. Like we've had products that support weight loss or like the vitamins and like it's more foundational nutrition, but we've never had anything if someone comes to us that we can confidently say like if you have weight that you want to lose, this is what you take. And so that is really kind of um I think a really kind of I don't know, in my mind that makes sense. Like if I have people that want to like that's their number one thing is they need to lose weight. And there's so many, that's not the only benefit. There's so many benefits to this stuff, but like in my head, that helps me to go, how does this all flow together? But then there's also a lot of success stories from people that don't need to lose weight and they love it for other reasons, like energy and their, cellulite. Like you thought, like look at Lauren's photos. It's like, and Colleen's like the cellulite. So it's not just weight loss, it's also other things. But anyway, so I would love for Lauren and Colleen, if you guys could share again, just kind of like your why you love it and anything that would and also like how are you talking about it? How are you having conversations or like how are you inviting, I guess, because I haven't done much with it yet. Like I'm gonna kind of reach out to a few customers that I think might be interested, but I'm waiting for mine to get here and then I feel like I'll be able to talk about it a little bit more as I start like using it. Katie. Oh, it's so funny. I know I need to create some wording for sure. But yeah, could you guys share your thoughts? I know Jake was on the call last, the director's call, and he's like Amber, he's like these girls are selling it. He's like, we gotta figure out this Modere thing. So I'd love for you to share with everyone. Colleen, you want to go first, or Lauren? Lauren, you started first. Do you want to go first? Because was it Lauren
Sure.
and then Colleen, you saw her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so I have been feeling, I haven't like shared this until like recently, but I was feeling really like frustrated because I have been doing all the things and it just seemed like no matter what I was doing, nothing was working anymore. And like when we had our pictures in Florida, like I was so freaking pissed because I saw like I could see especially that lower belly pooch and it was like I can't do anything to make this go away. Like it didn't matter. I'm taking the vitamins, working out, I'm eating well. My body just didn't seem to care anymore. And since taking it, like I've shown like the 2 day like transformation, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But now like I started on June 9th and now it's the end of July. And like yesterday, I'm sorry, I'm at the pool if it's loud because I just heard one of my kids scream. Um, now like yesterday I put on like one of my like really like skimpy bathing suits and I was like, oh my gosh, like this feels so good. Like I could sometimes it wasn't even just seeing the pooch. It's like I could literally feel it. It was like a shelf down there and it's gone. And it's just, I feel so much better. So many of my clothes were not fitting anymore, or they would fit, but they didn't look the same. And that was really frustrating too. Cause like, I mean, I think you guys probably know, like, I really like clothes. And I was mad that a lot of my favorites were not fitting. Like, I went to get dressed for church and I tried on 3 dresses and none of them fit. Like, it was just, I just don't know. Like it's like my body was betraying me. But now it's like a miracle and it's not, it's so easy to do. Like I just literally, and I like it. Like I like the pudding thing, the trim and smooth, the curls, which I've said many times. But I literally just put it in like this much water and chug it. Um, but yeah, like when Colleen said about my legs, I was like, oh, my legs do look good. And then I started paying more attention. I was like, oh my gosh, like they really do look good. And then like I said, I've been going to the same hairdresser forever, like at least 15 years, maybe 20. And she knows I try all different things. And I hadn't seen her since I started using it. And she's like just staring at my hair and she's like, what have you been doing differently? And I was like, why? And she's like, your hair has grown so much more than it normally does. She's like, your roots, which also I shared this, all my children commented on my roots as well, being like, Mom, when are you getting your hair done again? Like I was like, it's the same amount of time. It's just grown so much more. And she even commented on like the conditioning of it, like it's softer. Like she's like, what is going on?
Wow.
So it's just been amazing. Like amazing because it takes no time, it's easy, and it's working. And so that's what I really have been like sharing. I've been sharing it in my stories constantly, going live in my group. I created events for it. Like I've been doing, I feel like I know Cassie said this yesterday. It's like you feel like you're talking about it so much, but it's like people aren't catching everything. But
Mhm.
it's so many touch points that it's catching more and more people that I don't always get a lot of like responses to my polls or people messaging me or responding to my invites. And this is definitely getting more because I feel like I am speaking to my people of people that are in their 40s and that they can't, no matter what they do, their body's holding on to more weight. And so they people want this. I have like a list of so many people that are interested that just haven't pulled the trigger yet. And I've been following up. Because I think it's like so far it's been just really magical. Like I feel like it's like with the wands. It's like I know it's science, but it feels like magic.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. And Christy, my upline, who's in her early 40s, she said the same thing. She's like, I hit 40 and my body like did not respond to just like what I was doing before. And she's been really struggling to lose weight. And she said like almost the exact same thing that you did. She's like, I tried everything and I was doing all the right things and it just wasn't working. And she's like, she's finally like able to lose the weight. And that is so cool. Thanks for sharing, Lauren.
It's yeah, it's amazing. It's like literally like I can see my waistline shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. Like it's just like I like went to like grab my side and I was like, there's so much less there to grab. Like it's
Wow.
amazing. So
That is so cool. So, so cool. Thanks for sharing. All right,
yeah.
Yeah, so I watch Lauren's stories on almost a daily basis, probably. And so I always know, like in the morning, she does her like facing the camera, like picture, and then it turns into like a video, and then she talks about whatever she's going to talk about. And I just remember a few weeks ago, like I was watching, and all of a sudden I was like, what in the goddamn is this girl? Like, what? She has started doing something. And I've spent time with her in person before, not in like a creepy way, but like I know what people's bodies look like. Like I pay attention to stuff. So I notice when something is different and something was different. So I asked her and she was like, well, it's this and this. And I'll be honest, I'm very impulsive. If I see something that's working, I don't care. I just trust Roger bought it. So it's mine now. So I can sell it if I want to. We wouldn't already be providing it if it wasn't safe enough for people to be using, sharing, whatever. I think he's going to make it better. I bet he's going to find a way for our scientists to make curb taste good. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, I'm just going to try it because honestly, if something works that good for me, this is just me personally, it could taste like dog shit. And I still use it. It works that good. So that's just like where my head's at it, right? Yes, and probably add 40 grams of protein. I totally agree. So that's what made me like dip my toe. Plus, I think I had loyalty points for my first bottle, and so I grabbed it, right? Um, it wasn't until Lauren posted her like day 4 results that I was like, no way was that in 4 days. And then I did the math and I was like, oh, well, tomorrow's my day 4. So that's when I took like my updated picture. And when I saw that my booty, my little booty, that it was that different, I out, flipped out. My husband is so grateful because I've been in the best mood for like the last week. It's amazing, right? Um, and then I kid you not, I have had more traction posting pictures of my backside and Lauren's too, just in the last couple of days than anything else I've ever posted. And I think I'm fairly motivational. Um, Over 2,000 views on just the one still post of like the side by side pictures. Yes, what I'm noticing definitely help with the cellulite. I feel like, I don't know, it looks like stuff's like lifting and getting like sucked in. I haven't changed anything else. I'm only using Trim and Smooth. I made that decision for myself because I did do a tiny bit of research. Given my history of gut health problems, I don't need help not being hungry, and I don't need help anything being slower for me. I have the opposite problem. So I just made the choice that for me, I don't need curb, but I know it's working really well for Lauren, right? And I'm just being really upfront with my people. I didn't have a plan in sharing it. When I'm excited about something, I just go all in. And sometimes I'm a little borderline inappropriate with how I talk about it, but that's just authentic and real for me. And I kid you not, this morning, it was last night actually, I went to bed with an unread message from a friend that I've been talking to for a long time. Never did anything with me when I was at the B word place. Recently, like a few weeks ago, had reached out because she's desperate for help and wants me to help her. And I was like, yes, here's what we need to do. Boom. Never bought from me. Last night sends me a text and she said, this is almost verbatim. Oh, my bad. I never responded to you. I think my kid took my phone and blah, 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 whatever. But what's going on with this trim and smooth thing or the August test group? And deep down, I'm like, girl, come on. I know your kid didn't take the phone. I know you ghosted me a little bit because you got trigger shy and you weren't ready. It is okay. But now you know how good my booty looks and you want yours to look like that too. Like, let's just say the thing, you know? So those are the types of conversations that I'm having. I'm just sharing it. I don't care what anybody has to say about my backside. I feel that good about it. I have no shame in sharing it because there's people like me and Lauren and probably a bunch of you on the call that if something's that effective, like, I mean, let's just be honest about it. You know, we're all women of a certain age here, and this works. Like the second you start taking it, it works. Anyway, that's why I'm excited. And thank you, Cassie. I'd buy from you too. That's it. I don't, it just share it. And it doesn't matter if you haven't tried it yet. There's like 4 or 5 different flavors. You can mix it in with your shake. You can take it off the spoon. It doesn't matter. I started sharing Lauren's picture first, then I started sharing mine. So share our pictures until you get your product and then share your own picture. Bada bing, bada boom. It's amazing.
Thank you. That is awesome. And I do like I like the approach of like, hey, we're all just trying it right now. If you want to try it with us, like to me that feels like authentic because it's like that's where we're at. Like we're just all trying this or we just got this. We can sell it now. We have it in our catalog. So if you want to try it, but I do think you are so right. Like there are so many people out there that are so frustrated with like feeling like they're at this plateau, they can't break it, they can't get the results that they want. And yeah, I mean, I've been amazed at just like how excited people are about this. Um, okay, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, I feel like I still have so much to learn, but I think I just need to start just sharing little snippets of it. And then like that, the cool part too, of having our catalog is the fact that we do have so many solutions for people. And so we can point them in this direction and or that direction or whatever. But any other thoughts or anything that's working for you guys when it comes to the Modere products, or does anyone else have personal story with it that I haven't heard or that you want to share with us? Because I'd love, anyone else that wants to share, I'd love to hear from you too. Okay, well, feel free to unmute yourself or pop in the chat if you have anything else on it. Okay, so the plan for the test group is we have this Facebook group open and people can start on August 4th or 11th, kind of depending. I thought that also gives us more time to kind of promote it this next week for people that want to get started and to kind of kick off August, hopefully, with this. Um, as far as like we had said like a 21-day test group, people are telling me that the 90-day mark is like the magic kind of like whoa when everything sort of comes together. Although I mean you guys are obviously experiencing things sooner than that. But I'm just kind of, I think we'll go with this like 21-day thing just to do it. But I am curious, like, to also hear people that have been taking it, for longer too, how that all works out, because I think it's going to be really encouraging. Um, yeah, I feel that too, Katie. I feel like after the shipping, like, I think yeah, I need to like regroup and then I'll focus on kind of the 11th start date. I also feel like, to close the month too. So something like this, just FYI, like if especially for those people that are new, typically like when oh Lauren, that's so good. She said she's in her 7th week and it keeps getting better and better. Um, So typically when it's like you're introducing a new product, it takes a ton of exposure, like to get people to be like, oh, okay, it kind of starts to register. Now it sounds like with this, it's going a little bit faster, and I think it's because we're targeting the weight loss. Like weight loss always is a very like it's such a pain point for people. And so I think that's why this is going a little bit faster. But typically like when we're doing something like a test group, it does take, 7 to 10, I always say exposures before people are kind of like, okay, it's sort of registering what you're doing here. So just a reminder as we talk about the test group, like, and I really haven't done much with it yet. I need to get going on this too. But just that consistency of talking, into our stories, of having conversations every day, to kind of get that off the ground is going to be really important if you want to have some people, if you want to have some people join the test group. Um, the other thing to the other thing to end the month too that I want to encourage you about is just to really focus on those follow-ups with whatever product it is. So if you think back when it's month end, what I always like to do is kind of look back at the month and what have I been consistently sharing. And then I'm like, okay, what did I have interest in? Who hasn't purchased yet? And where can I really make sure that I follow up by the end of this month with the deadlines of the promos that we have? So this month, just as a quick refresher, we have the promo for new people. If they buy 175 or more, they can pick between the free cleanser, um, or why am I having the collagen latte. And so that's like it's just again, all these promos are really always a reason to follow up. Like that's how you should look at it. You're not usually ever going to make your first sale by presenting the sale. It's always like you presented the value in the product, why you like the product, why it works for you every day, why you use it every day, and then a sale comes along and you can use that as a reason to follow up, as a reason to touch base with the people that have shown interest in the past, that have expressed interest in something that you've already shared. So to end the month, I think, really, yeah, the story of like the story is what's selling, right? And honestly, that's the healthiest way to do it because we don't want to sell, we don't want to be like discount robot. Like we don't want that. We got in such a habit of that at Body. Like if I just discount it a little bit more, they'll buy it. But that's not what a good sales rep does. A good sales rep isn't telling you buy only when it's on sale. A good sales rep is saying buy this because it's so valuable for your life. And so to be leading with, like our stories and sharing why do we like all of this stuff? What is it doing for us? What problems is it solving? Like that's what you want to lead with. In most cases, if you are selling in a way that people believe the value, they really don't care what it costs. Like they really will like pay full price. And so again, promos are great because, for me, the role of a promotion it's kind of like two different roles. First of all, it's to attract like new customers. If you don't yet trust a brand, I think that a promo is really good because it can help you go, okay, if I could get that on sale. I mean, that's what a lot of companies are doing right now, right? Like if you haven't tried something before, they'll give you a promo code. And so, hey, use this for like, an extra percentage off your first order. And then you try it and you're like, oh, this is pretty awesome. And so then, you don't have problem paying the full price for it the next time. And then the other role of a promotion is to re-engage customers that haven't ordered lately or as a reason to follow up. So again, I want us to be excited about the promos, to be excited about what we have and as a tool, but not like, oh, only buy from me when it's on sale kind of thing, which I think we're shifting away from that, which I'm really excited about. Um, okay, I'm just catching up on the comments. Yes, totally. Okay, I love all of this. Um, all right. So as far as like ending the month, I'd love to kind of anyone that's on this call, for you to share like what are you going to do these last few days? Because I feel like end of the month is here, and for those of you that have already locked in directory, you already hit your sales tier, whatever. It can be really easy to sort of coast the last few days of the month when really you can use these as a reason to grow, like, and push yourself and get your business ahead for once. Because there's going to be months where it's really hard to hit your goal. and there's going to be months where, you have a little bit of extra. And so it's kind of tricking your brain to go, okay, what can I, and if you've hit your goals, like what can I hit next? So for me right now, I'm over the 10,000. I really want to get to 15,000 by the end of the month. So I'm like, okay, I gotta stay locked in to do that. I think director can be a really dangerous goal when you hit it early because then you're sort of like, I'm good, I got director done. And so if that's you, like, what can you do to push yourself even a little bit more with all of that? Oh yeah, the thank you, Lauren. The free shipping really helped me a lot this month. Even though what's crazy, a lot of people they end up buying over 150 anyway. I just feel like the you say free shipping and they're like, all right, I'll purchase. Um, okay, so yeah, what are your goals by the end of like we got a few days left? Um, what are you guys wanna hit? Cassie is shooting for 5K. Awesome. Which is always like, I know you had a vacation this month. I always feel like those months are harder too because you're just like, you have to sort of balance things. Um, so that's amazing. Going for 10K, awesome. Lindsay's $80 for her next Star Club bonus, amazing. Okay, I love. Dawn wants to get to the 20% tier. Okay, awesome. Okay, I love this. And then what are you inviting to right now? What are you leading with right now? Like, are you guys doing Modere? Yeah, that's another goal, Susan. Ambassadors too. I love that. I want to sign up one more ambassador by the end of the month for sure. I'm working on that. Um, what are you guys inviting to? Like, if you're not doing, who's doing Modere? Who's doing something else? Like, what else are you guys promoting right now? Or what do you feel like are your areas of opportunity for follow-ups? I know for me, teen skincare, I've had so much interest in the teen skincare. That's another one of those that I'm just like, I have to keep talking about that because it is wild. It's not a quick sell, but if you keep talking about it, moms are buying it. So skincare and Modere. Okay, awesome. Okay, love it. Skincare, the SPF for face. Okay, test group and skincare. Okay, awesome. Protein and Modere. Okay, I love it. All right, these are all so good. And I think just a quick reminder to like always do what feels right to you and authentic to you. Like as a team, we're always gonna kind of say, hey, like this is our focus right now, or this is what I'm focused on. But always know, like, if anything doesn't sit well, if it doesn't get you excited, like, you don't have to do it. Always do what makes you most excited, what you are most passionate about. And sales is energy. And if your energy is there and your authenticity is there and people can truly tell you believe in something, that's what you'll end up selling. So always make sure to like, this is always like, it has to be authentic for sure. Yeah, Lindsay, I love that. Like you're just gonna stick with the vitamins, skincare and protein and energize. And I love that. And I think, you're still really new too. So like you're just starting to get the word out about this stuff. So in some ways you don't want to like totally shift it and then be like, so like, what did she talk about now? I thought she was doing vitamins. So yeah, I love that. That is so great that you have interest in being an ambassador. Okay, awesome. All right, any other thoughts as far as month end and what you're thinking about, what you're doing, what you feel like is just like a good reminder for people that want to push through? Katie, I don't know if you have anything on your brain because you tend to like figure out your mindset is always like you somehow get yourself there even though you have so much going on. Like I don't know, how do you do that? Like how do you keep yourself there?
This month, I don't know. Actually, no. I just keep telling myself like with life how it has been crazy, like wow, look at all we're doing like in the crazy months. And I just keep like, when I do get to September, like, wow, how like it's gonna be great. Like, just not giving up. Like, I feel like foot on the gas all the time, go back into messages. Just like you said, like not coasting, keeping the energy and the conversations going because we're all gonna wake up Friday at the same zero and it's gonna be a start over, but it won't be such a start over if you let the rock quit rolling. Like, I mean, like I said, I think I just feel like it just keep going like it's any other day, but like, I don't know. I'm very competitive, and so seeing all these like people beating their best right now and me not beating my best, I'm like, all right, go time, right?
I love that. Yeah, that is so true. Like if you stop working for like 5 days straight, it's so much harder to get back into it. Like even, I unplugged yesterday and I was like, gave it even just to take a little bit of time. You're like, okay, now I gotta get back into the swing of things. So yeah, I love that. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. That's awesome. Cassie, how are you? How are you? Any thoughts you have for us to end the month strong? You have a little ways to go towards your goal.
Yeah, I think same as Katie, just like every day continuing to show up and not stop. Even if it's something simple, like I've been forcing myself, if I think about it, you do it. So for example, last night I'm cleaning my fruit and I'm like, this would be a good opportunity to share about basic age. Okay, don't think it, Cass, do it. Like it took me no time. My kid's eating frozen pancakes behind me, if anyone saw my stories, like, and it's just it was not perfect. It was not great, but I'm like, it's exposure, exposure, exposure. And so just picking something every day to share about and cross posting with it. So whatever I share, like in stories, you can take a screenshot or there's a save button. You can save that tile and make it into a post. Like there, I mean, there's so many different things you can do, but um, yeah, and I wrote in the chat like I'm competitive with myself. And so I know June was a bomb. It was not my best, and that's okay. But this month I'm like I just need to be like I love that we're doing beat your best because I'm like I just needed to have a better month this month to keep myself going. Um yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Brain fart. Oh, competitive with myself. And then also if I see others succeeding, like I'm a little bit competitive. And so it's not even that I want to beat other people. It's more just like, oh, like Katie's like almost to 5K or whatever, 10K, wherever she is. It's like, okay, I want to do that too. Like she's doing it. I can do that too. And so just always not, it's never a comparison. It's more inspiring to me when I see people doing those. So I'm like, I have no reason not to be able to do it. So, and then jump in with whatever the team's doing, like the Modere thing. Go do it. This is not that difficult, even if you haven't had experience with it. And honestly, I took trim and didn't see any results, but I'm hearing about trim and smooth now. And I'm like, okay, 90 days, I could do that. Like, I could do that. I got the lower belly thing going on too. I'm like, this is so annoying. And my hips are bigger. Like, okay, like I'm 40, I'm experiencing the same things. This could be my story. And yeah, just jump in and try it. I mean, I feel like everyone's doing the work for you and posting. You just got to copy and paste to make it your own. So don't give up, you guys. Little at a time each month.
I
And it tastes good. I got the mango, by the way, for the trim, and I thought it was good. I don't know. I'm a weirdo.
love Oh, that's awesome. I love your mindset. And I think, like, I want to just recap what you said about that because I think that it is something that some people have to teach themselves. Like, I don't think everyone's default is set to what you shared, where it's like, oh, if I see someone else winning, that's like inspiring because, then I can win too. Like, that is such a gift to have that mindset because that will really help your business. Because I think that I know for me, when I started, my default was the opposite. So, like I would see someone that was winning and I might tell myself, well, I don't know if you could do that or she has this and you don't or whatever. And so I was like in my head, but the minute that I switched that's when things started working for me in my business because I was like it's just and really what that is it's a victim mindset, right? Where you're like, well, sure, of course she can do it, but I can't. And so once I got myself out of that victim mindset, and I was like inspired by someone else's success and happy. Here's another like just little test for yourself. Like with where's your mindset. If you're scrolling on Facebook or scrolling on Instagram and you see someone else had something good happen in their life, like what is your first response? Is it to give it a love or do you keep swiping past? Because I know for me, like when I'm in that victim mindset, I sometimes really have a hard time loving people's stuff. And that is so bad, right? But it's like then I have to remind myself, like, why would I not be happy for this person? Like, we live in a world where when life is going really great for people, no one wants to cheer them on. But then when everything's going crappy, they're like, oh, like they get all the love. I mean, anyone that posts bad news on Facebook, it's like they get their stuff blows up. And I think there is this comparison, there's this like jealousy thing that goes on, but it's like, yeah, I mean, when we can just be happy for people and cheering each other on, that's contagious in our own minds and in our own businesses. So if you ever watch people's stuff and you're like, oh, I couldn't do that. Like, it's really not true. It's just a lie because, of course, you can do it. And I just love, Cassie, you've always had that, like, whenever I talk to you, you always have that confidence. And I just find that to be really, really inspiring. So thanks for sharing that. Um, someone said that they swear that the lemon trim is the best, like, gets the best results. Someone said that. I was like, isn't it all the same? But someone said the lemon's like the magic. Um, Okay. All right. Well, that's kind of all that I had. Do you guys have anything else that you wanted to chat about today? Otherwise, we'll just let you get back to the working hard for month end here. We don't need to go the whole hour. All good? Okay. All right, guys. Well, have a wonderful afternoon. We'll see you later.